Hello everybody, today we are going to study about the gasifiers. Now what is gasification? Biomass gasification or producing gas from the biomass, it involves burning biomass under restricted air supply for the producer gas, for the generation of producer gas. So with the help of biomass gasification, the producer gas is produced. It is also called a syngas. Now it is a mixture of gases such as 18% is carbon monoxide, 18 to 22% is carbon monoxide, 8 to 12% is hydrogen gas, 8 to 12% is carbon dioxide, 2 to 4% is methane, and 50% is nitrogen, making up all the other gases. Now, the gasification reaction that take place inside the gasifier. Gasifier is actually a reserve, is a burner in which the gas is going to be produced. So, the reaction that take place inside the gasifier. Number one is drying. So, first of all, the biomass is fed into the feeder, which dries the biomass, because the biomass initially contains lot of moisture in it. So it removes the moisture. It's about 10 to 35% of moisture that is contained in the biomass. So when the biomass is heated to about 100 degrees centigrade, the moisture is converted into steam. Now the second reaction or the second step is pyrolysis. After drying, as heating continues, the biomass undergo pyrolysis. Second reaction is the pyrolysis reaction or the pyrolysis step. So what happens in pyrolysis is the biomass is burned, and the burning takes place in the absence of oxygen supply. So the oxygen is not supplied during the pyrolysis step. So because of this, the biomass is decomposed into three things. One is the solid, liquid and gaseous. The solid part is the charcoal, a liquid part is the tar, and the gas is the flue that makes up the gaseous part of the biomass. The third step is the oxidation step. So during this step, air is introduced inside the gasifier after decomposition process. So during oxidation, which takes place about 700 to 1400 degrees centigrade temperature, the charcoal or the solid material that was obtained from the biomass, it is carbonized into the fuel. It reacts with the oxygen in the air to produce carbon dioxide and heat. So a lot of heat is generated during this oxidation step. So this is the last step of the gasification, that is the reduction. So at the higher temperature inside the gasifier and under the reducing environment or the reducing condition, and when not enough oxygen is available, so the reaction takes place, and the last product that is formed is the carbon dioxide, hydrogen and the methane gas. So methane is the main gas which we want to produce from the gasifier. Now there are two types of gasifiers that are available. One is the dense phase gasifier, the second is the lean phase gasifier. So these type of the two type of gasifiers, they are based on the basis of how much the solid material is occupying the part in the gasifier. So the dense phase gasifiers, in this the feedstock, that is the biomass that is when filled inside the feedstock, it fill almost maximum space in the reactor. So that is why its name so, that is dense phase. Now these dense phase gasifiers, there are three types: downdraft gasifier, updraft gasifier, and the crossdraft gasifier. So this is the how the gasifiers its main how the gasifier looks like. The three type of gasifier: updraft, downdraft, and the crossdraft. Now these gasifiers, the three types, it came uh, from the direction in which the air is introduced and the direction from where the gas is produced. The producer gas that is produced from the gasifier, on the basis of the position inside the gasifier, the three gasifiers are named so. And when you see the construction of the gasifier, so let us take the example of the updraft gasifier first. Then you can see Then all the zones, they are in sequence. First is the drying zone, second is the pyrolysis zone, third is the reduction, and last is the combustion. So these are the sequence in which the different zones are there in the updraft gasifiers. And now the name is updraft because the gas that is that is that is released in the updraft is from the upper direction. Now you can see that the construction of the downdraft gasifier is different from the updraft one because of the zones, they are interchanged. First is the drying zone, then the pyrolysis zone, combustion zone, and the reduction zone is in the uh, in the down. Now, in the last, that is in the cross draft, you can see that the drying zone is occupying this maximum space. Then there is a pyrolysis zone, and the combustion zone is just, and the combustion zone and the reduction zone are in the sequence. So, and you can see that the passage of air from one side and the gas from the another side. So it is crossing the actually the gasifier. That is why so named cross draft. And in the downdraft, you can see that air is entering inside this and gas is collected from the below of the gasifier. That is why the downdraft name. Its name as downdraft. Now there are different advantages of the all the three type of gasifiers because the location of the zone is helping out to produce different type of product from the gasifiers. Sometimes the solid, liquid, and the gaseous material, the proportion, the ratio is different in all the three different type of gasifiers. Because of the location of the different zones here, it will affect the product that is produced in this gasifiers. Now the downdraft gasifiers, the flow, the flow of air and the gas is in the downward direction. That is why it is named as downdraft gasifier. In the updraft gasifier, all the air entering from the below grate and flows upward, and the fuel is collected from the downward direction. That is why it's known as whereas the fuel flows downwards. So the air is entering from the below and the fuel is moving downwards. So that is why it's an updraft. In the cross draft, the air is entering from the one side of the gasifier reactor and it is leaving from the another side of the gasifier reactor. That is why it's known as its named cross draft gasifier. So for the more studies, then you can visit to the Wikipedia for studying the gasification. There are so many videos on the YouTube through which you can easily understand in the industry how the gasifiers, actually this is the um, principle, or it is the main how the gasifiers it looks like. Okay. But the construction in the industry of regarding the gasifier is different because different companies, they have industries, they are having different requirement for the gasifiers. So accordingly their construction is done. So these gasifiers has got lot of application in the industry because these produce lot of heat, and this heat can be utilized for the various purposes, and the gasification industry is earning a lot of money out of it. So it's one way of it, it's one of the advantage how the biomass can be utilized in the gasification and the producer gas is produced. Thanks for watching this video.